Prince Charles and Camilla are traveling through the Middle East this week, and touched down in Egypt today. They have arrived at the Al Attahadiyya Palace, where they received a formal welcome from President Sisi and First Lady Entisar Ayma. The royals have already visited Jordan. Their tour will focus on a number of issues, including climate change, women's rights and efforts to preserve cultural heritage. While Camilla now seems to navigate her role with ease, her entry into the royal family was far from seamless. Having dated Prince Charles in the early 70s, they both went on to marry other people. Camilla wed Andrew Parker Bowles and Charles tied the knot with Lady Diana Spencer. To make matters more complicated, Charles's sister Princess Anne was once entangled in a romance with Andrew, creating a bizarre love square. Charles and Camilla remained close throughout the years, causing tension in the marriage as depicted in The Crown, the dramatized series released by Netflix. However, Diana wasn't the only person Camilla endured a tense relationship with, as Anne is said to have intimidated the now Duchess of Cornwall. Speaking on Channel 5's 2020 documentary The Royals at War, Meghan Junor explained how Camilla had a problem with Anne's previous relationship with her now ex-husband Andrew. In the documentary, Meghan Junor said, "The affair between Andrew and Anne came to nothing, but I think they were hugely fond of each other. And they remain hugely fond of each other, and I think Camilla has always had a bit of a problem with that, partly because of the affair. But Princess Anne is quite a tricky character and she can be quite abrasive." Over the years, Camilla has been slightly intimidated by Anne, and Andrew's relationship did lead to Camilla meeting Charles, however, and Meghan Junor claimed there was a tit-for-tat element to the coming together of the Duchess of Cornwall and the Prince of Wales. She continued, "It was while he was having a relationship with Princess Anne, that Camilla was introduced to Prince Charles and had a little fling with. I guess there was an element of tit-for-tat in Camilla's relationship with Charles. There was the man she loved having a fling with Princess Anne. What's sauce for the goose? Sauce for..." Meghan Junor also highlighted in documentary The Royals at War how Camilla had fallen passionately in love with Andrew and wasn't afraid to take on Anne. She continued, "Rumor had it Camilla had a reputation for not being shy when dealing with love rivals. However, Charles and Camilla drifted back to each other and reignited their romance in 1986 while still married to their respective spouses. Meanwhile, their marriages deteriorated and fully broke down in the 90s after their affair was exposed publicly. Camilla divorced Andrew in 1995, Charles divorced Diana the following year, and then shockwaves were sent through both their lives when Diana died in a car crash in 1997. Over the next few years, the couple made their relationship public and worked hard to rehabilitate their image. Charles and Camilla finally got married in 2005, a moment that looked to have put the tension to bed. Andrew attended the wedding and remains on good terms with the royals. In fact, despite the checkered past, Camilla, Charles, Anne and Andrew were all present at Royal Ascot this year, sharing the royal box. Anne has remained good friends with Andrew over the years and he is even the godfather to her daughter Zara Tindall. Diana also felt the unforgiving nature of Anne, however, as highlighted by journalist Richard Kay in the Channel 5 documentary series Paxman on the Queen's Children. Despite being beloved by the public and referred to as the People's Princess, it's claimed Anne wasn't a fan. Mr. Kay said, "I remember Diana saying, if Anne's there I'm off, because Anne would usually say something rather cutting to her. Princess Anne, she had no time for Diana, she didn't like the way she went about her duty and the way she used the cameras and the media to promote herself in her eyes. Anne had a much more traditional approach to monarchy and royal duty." The Channel 5 documentary also noted how both Diana and Sarah Ferguson, affectionately known as Fergie, challenged royal tradition in a way which did not please Anne. The program's presenter, former BBC journalist Jeremy Paxman, commented that Diana made Anne look archaic, and explained, "Diana and Fergie were much better at appearing human. Dedicated and hardworking Anne was most rapidly eclipsed. Diana made her look out of touch."